Wait a minute, what? He's the same size as Commander Class Studio Series Optimus? Okay, let's go back in the future for a second.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy 14th Prime, and last night Hasbro Pulse popped up out of nowhere, and I gotta say, it was probably one of the best Hasbro Pulses I've ever seen in my life. Yes, I'm biased, and I'm saying that because they did show the crossover for Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
I told y'all about this, I think
ladies and gentlemen,
4 months ago, when I had saw that there was a leak for it, but no one had saw what car it was. I even said that I thought it should have been Wild Rider. Apparently, they have taken the license from Pontiac to do this. It is spot on. The car looks amazing. And on top of all of that, it has lights and sound.
So let's look at where it all began. So apparently Transformers has no problem doing crossovers with whoever, whether it be Target, might be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which the Party Wallop does look cool. I do like how it turns into all 4 turtles, however you want. Now, don't get me started on this. There are no words. None whatsoever. Gigawatt, that was cool. That was the first one that really caught my eye. My wife is a huge Back to the Future fan. She actually has 3 of those cars in the bathroom. Then Soundwave, the G.I. Joe crossover. This was the coolest one to me out of all of them. He's at Ross right now for $25. Then you even had even Marvel had to get a piece of the money. You know what I mean? They wanted a piece of the action. And so did Star Wars. And actually, and don't forget, we do have The Mandalorian coming. But that's not it. We also had Ghostbusters crossover. So, Ghostbusters, Star Wars, Marvel. Who else? I said Star Wars already. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Knight Rider. You know what? Wait. Yeah. The Mandalorian is coming, which I do think this is going to be a cool one because the shield is the flight stand to the ship. I think that was cool. Even DC was like, hey, can we get some of that Transformer money? Please, can we? I don't care what the Joker turns into. Whew. But can we get some of that money? They even, they even did a Halloween Frankenstein special, which I do own this. My son, shout out to Elijah, bought that for me for Christmas. But then we come to this. This was the one I was waiting for. As you heard in the video before, 4 months ago, when they showed this on Hasbro Pulse, I had a fit. I did. And then I'd heard about it, as I said, 4 months prior. Now, there are some differences from the one that we saw, which was the fact that the windows were blue on the one from the Hasbro Pulse. Now, what you see here is Kit and my custom General Lee that I made earlier, because you just can't have a Knight Rider without having a General Lee, and also without having a car, which I assume will probably come later on down the future. Because in other videos, they were saying that, the way that the windshield transforms, there's no reason for it to turn or whatever. Whatever, we'll see. I'm happy with Knight Rider. All I wanted was Kit. But you do get 2 guns and a little watch that goes on there. That's, a little homage to the watch that Michael wore whenever he needed Kit to come rescue him. Now, also another difference that I noticed is that the guns are not painted. On Hasbro Pulse that night, the guns had a chrome finish to the tips. The windows had blue on them, and his shoulders had blue on him also. Now, this isn't necessarily an unboxing video. It was just the fact that I was recording myself when I opened this up because this was a huge thing for me. This was a huge thing for me. Back in 1983, when this was my favorite show next to the Dukes of Hazzard, I got the Kenner 12-inch talking Knight Rider. It came with Michael Knight. He could sit in the car comfortably. He was like a 7-inch action figure. And you push the license plate down and Kit would talk. When I tell you, I took that thing to bed. Like, I slept with that car like it was a stuffed animal. Like, that was my stuffed animal, was my Kit. And when the batteries died, I remember my mom and dad just went, but that was like the first time I ever saw like a 20-pack of batteries. Like, they were like, because you're going to just keep pushing that button and keep pushing the button. So they bought a whole huge thing of batteries. This is before Sam's Club and Costco. But anyway, it kept me happy. I loved that toy. It's probably still at my deceased grandparents' old house right now, up in the attic somewhere. But anyway, so I had to have this. I had to have this. And then the fact that, one, you get little extra features like this with the headlights that pop up, the doors open. Now, there is an issue with the arm. I was watching everybody and their mama's review on this, knowing I was still going to get it. But everyone that has this toy says that when you go to transform that part right there, the arms will pop off. You just got to squeeze it while you pull it out, or like accordion it out. Now, the toy does also take 3 LX or LR44 watch batteries, whatever. They literally cost $1 for 4 of them at Family Dollar. So once you unscrew the bottom of the that front bumper, which that was something else some people complained about, was like, oh, well, the front bumper, well, the batteries had to go somewhere, you know what I mean, and not affect the transformation with the wires running through it. So, but lucky enough, they were able to do it and pull it off. It doesn't affect the car mode at all. I think it actually looks really, 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 really good on the toy. And then once you put all that back on and you screw everything in, then, you've got this incredible vehicle. This is an awesome toy. To me, this might be it's definitely my favorite crossover. As for if it's the best one so far, I don't know. I can't say that because the only other crossover I own is the Frankenstein one that my son gave me for Christmas last year. So, but in my opinion, like off of looks and nostalgia, yeah, definitely Agent Knight. That and the fact that it has the lights and the light up bar across the front. You can press it and he'll talk. He says, so many different phrases. You can spin them around. The car mode is gorgeous. Like gorgeous. And it's not meant to scale with the rest of your toys. Like you can't put this on the shelf with your G1 collection and expect it to, not seem like it's a bit big. This guy actually in robot mode scales to be almost the same height as Studio Series Optimus Prime. I'll show a comparison picture later on in the video. But the car mode is huge. You might not can tell from the pictures in the hand, but okay, look at Cliff Jumper in the back behind him. And then I thought that they were going to, and I said this in the prior video, I thought that when they announced it, that they were just going to take Wild Rider, repaint it, and throw this bar on the front, you know what I mean, or whatever. But no, this is a fully licensed vehicle. This is a licensed Pontiac. So, they did not sacrifice anything. Now, this is Car, which is his nemesis in the show. And again, my custom working on Cliff Jumper, which is actually finished. I just got to refix the 01 on the sides of the doors. But either way, you can tell by the size of him that, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. So big that I'm actually going to put up a shelf in here just for him. Just away. He doesn't go in Autobot headquarters. He's not going in Decepticon headquarters. He's not going on a Titan shelf or nothing like that. But yeah, this guy deserves his own space. So he was so fun to, animate it. It was fun to animate my own hands in this video. Animating him is a dream. And like this was just my first animated. It's a little test because I do it with all my toys late at night when my wife and kids go to sleep. But looking at him here, now look at here. Look at the test shots or the shots that we were showing during Pulse. The windows are blue. The blue on the legs are a little bit deeper. And instead of the blue on the arms, they left them chrome. So anyway, I love this toy. Go get it if you see it. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime.